later on tonight, the Giant will go one-on-one against Scott Hall. What a spectacular main event that is. Plus, in this program, Malenko, Marty Jannetty one-on-one. Bill Goldberg is with us. Rey Mysterio Jr. against Eddie Guerrero. We will hear from Hollywood Hogan. He is here tonight. And Saturn and Rick Martel will collide one-on-one. That and a lot more. And we're going to open up with Konnan of the NWO against Scott Steiner, Staggerly.
I'm very, very interested to see this, Tony and Brain, considering what we've seen of the Steiner brothers of late. They spent 1997 mostly frustrated as a tag team. I've got to wonder what is going through Scott Steiner's head of late. It seems that he's been, well, I don't want to say a glory hog. I mean, a win is a win, and in tag team competition, that's all that matters. But it seems he's been grabbing most of the glory of late for that wonderful tag team of the Steiner brothers.
Well, their object is to win, and that's what they've been doing. He's been winning most of their matches for him. I don't see anything wrong with that. If there's an attitude problem, if there's something wrong, leave it in the dressing room. Don't take it to the ring with you.
Well, you know, I agree with that, but let's not forget that these two guys are brothers. These two guys are, and I know how brothers fight and how they have their problems, so really, it's understandable that, to me, that, you know, having four boys at home, that brothers will have their problems. Nevertheless, Scott Steiner comes out in the singles matchup with DiBiase leading the way here in the opening bout here on Thunder.
You talk about brothers, Tony, and I think of the brother team of Stevie Ray and Booker T. And very recently, Booker T was very, very successful as a singles competitor. He won the World Television Championship. I've got to wonder if maybe Scott Steiner doesn't want a shot at a singles crown and led to the ring by DiBiase. Obviously, Scott Steiner has the blessing of the manager of the Steiner brothers.
But, you know, Lee, that's a great point. Scott Steiner and the ovation of fans here. Look at this crowd, fans. This is what WCW is all about. And we are so happy to have you as one of our many millions of fans watching here on Superstation TBS. As Thunder in 1998 is off and running, this should be a great matchup. You know, we talk so much about Scott Steiner. Let's not discount the man we're watching right now, Konnan, a member of the NWO, plus the fact that this man, many times over Mexican heavyweight champion, one of the true greats to ever come out of Mexico, Brain.
Well, there's no doubt about that, but you can't take anything away from Scott Steiner, which you don't do, but this man has an amateur background, University of Michigan, tag team championship. Him and his brother have held on numerous occasions, but you don't know. Maybe the guy has aspirations to be a world champion on his own, a singles competitor. You don't know what's going through people's mind today.
I know that everybody gets into this sport with one thing in their mind, and that is to do obviously the very best they can do it. Perhaps Scott thinks he can do that as a single, but I've got to wonder, Tony and Brain, so many years he has been wrestling with his brother Rick Steiner. Not only have they wrestled together, they've been incredibly successful, but they've been champions of the whole world. Let's just say that there might come a time where Scott Steiner finds himself compromised by Konnan. He looks over in the corner, and there's nothing there but turnbuckle to look at.
Completely different monster when you're in singles competition. And fans, we said that Hollywood Hogan was with us. And of course, as WCW announcers, there's a trip by Vincent on the outside, and Konnan takes advantage of that. As WCW announcers, we can't help but notice many times over about what's going on with the NWO and the problems that they have been having. There's a clubbing forearm to the back. I mean, we have seen the NWO recently, obviously, to me, seeming like they're breaking away in different factions. I mean, Hollywood Hogan and Kevin Nash are obviously friends together. Scott Hall and the Macho Man Randy Savage are obviously together. What will that hold for this event tonight and for sold out in 2 days? And look at the power of Scott Steiner. You're not going to find a more powerful upper body in the whole sports world than what Scott Steiner brings to the table when he comes to the ring, guys.
Got him chicken wing here. Could be taken over on the butterfly and the powerbomb.
Scott Steiner, the fans love it. Puts him down with a power bomb, and he's going to put him up one more time. Look at this. Just muscles Konnan to the corner.
That's what he does with you. He just muscles you. That's
Hey.
NWO.
But Bagwell.
Norton's in the ring. Bagwell's in the ring.
And Scott Norton. And right now, double teaming Scott Steiner. Vincent's there. so it's literally 4-on-1. The bell sounds, and Steiner's going to win this by disqualification, but he desperately needs some help here.
This is the time. There's his brother. There's Rick Steiner in the ring.
And there's Ray Traylor
in there as well. All right.
Don't forget that the Steiners and Ray Traylor, part of Sold Out in a 6-man tag against these members of the NWO, but they're not waiting for Saturday night. They're doing it now.
Whoa!
Scott Steiner sends Vincent out.
There's Buff. Bye-bye, Buff.
Dumps out Buff. He moves his brother Ray Traylor away and pounds away on Scott Norton, and he sends...
Wow!
Scott Steiner single-handedly emptied the NWO over the ring.
And here comes Ted DiBiase. Now, he may have single-handedly emptied the ring, but he got a little help when he really needed it. His brother was right there. We talked about brothers squabbling, Tony. But as soon as Rick Steiner realized his brother was in a little jeopardy, he came bolting out of the locker room, and he was there.
A little look at this. Scott Steiner content with looking at Buff Bagwell and just doing a little bit of posing. But let's not forget who came in to help him out. His brother Rick and Ray Traylor. And these 6 men will collide in a 6-man tag in a mere 2 days. And Snickers Sold Out, the event that you can see.
But it's not Buff.
Only on pay-per-view. And there's an issue here with Scotty Steiner and Buff Bagwell.
If I was Buff, I'd get out of town right now before Scott Steiner goes after him. And he'll do it.
Now the opening bout goes to Scotty Steiner by disqualification. And did you see him acknowledge his brother at all? Well, we take a good look at Scotty, and well, I'm not sure, fans. Nevertheless, we're off and running with Thunder. Scott Steiner, the winner of the opening bout. When we come back, we've got Mexican tag team action.